Yep. I be forgetting that the shit is like that. Nigga, I've been playing and shit with the music like that, so it's like that's they just now doing that. That's not been a thing. I mean, they just not get serious about it. That's the case. So I turned the music off and I put my Spotify on. What I'm gonna do now? Are you serious? Oh yeah. Are you in my? Are you? Can you hear my music? Oh okay. Yeah. Oh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Outside Holiday. Outside White. Pass to Tatum. Brown with a screen. From downtown, Jason Tatum, and that's good. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, B.A., but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh. Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, he's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
And Porzingis with the block. It's Brown on the wing. It's Hayes with the rebound. Now Los Angeles with it. It's a 5-point game. Here's Reeves. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Outside Tatum. And stolen by Hayes. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Look at Luka playing hard, which is always the way he goes. Hits a foul, but keeps pushing and takes his shot, playing through contact.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for fourth most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it is the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. And it's Holiday with the ball for Boston. Pass to Porzingis. The kick out to White. Back to Porzingis. Brown with it. Check by James. Shot clock at 6. Porzingis sets a screen. From the baseline. That's short off the rim.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to James. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Here's Brown. Rebound by the Lakers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. To the inside. And finished off by Hayes.
Well, to make it plain, LeBron just makes everybody around him better. Really takes a lot of pride in setting his guys up.
Pass to Brown. Outside Tatum. Boston, no good that time either. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Back to Doncic. Holiday grabs the miss.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Tipped. outside Reeves. Pass to Doncic. Hachimura outside. Off target with the three.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Rejected by James.
Love the defense from James. When he's engaged and focused, he can block some shots, folks.
Good on the bucket. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Lakers.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
Yeah, stretching that defense all the way to the sidelines. Tatum with a nice shot.
Now here's Brown. Tries the spin move. Outside Holiday. Brown with a screen. Here's Tatum. That won't go either for Tatum. Hachimura with the ball. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
James with a steal. Well, good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Lakers on top. They lead by 2. Don't go away. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
From undrafted to closing games with LeBron and AD, Austin Reeves, what a story, Clark.
It really is a great story. I mean, this guy has just continued to prove the doubters wrong. Nobody's going to outcompete him. He's fearless. He's got great skill. Doesn't lack for confidence either. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Hauser's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, Horford is really good and selective at when he needs to be aggressive and when he needs to move the ball.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Yeah, knowing his position on the floor and expecting the ball, Tatum knew his job and executed.
Outside Vanderbilt. From deep. Horford pulls it in. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And Pritchard, here we go. Here's Tatum. Pass to Shireman. 6 to shoot. And it's Tatum missing. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Doncic on the wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Great D that time from Porzingis. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Boston trailing. Now Brown. Pass to Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
To the middle. Here's Finney-Smith. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Chris.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from the stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers. Not many can turn on the after boosters like Drew Holiday.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Right side, Finney-Smith. Inside. Here's Vincent. An easy two on the layup. Vincent's got his second basket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Tatum looking it over. Pass to White. Back to Tatum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Lakers in the lead. Doncic with it. Porzingis picks him up defensively. Here's Hachimura. James, right side. Doncic on the wing. Nice finish from Luka.
Luka, combination of finesse and bully ball in there that time.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Tatum. Over Hachimura. No good from 11 feet. James outside. The rebound, Celtics. Tatum from long range. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Los Angeles leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The Lakers lead by 3. Pass to Reeves. Now Hachimura. Hounded by Tatum. Here's Doncic. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Hey, with that length, Porzingis is always a threat to block shots. I mean, when he matches that length with really good energy and awareness, he can be a good defender.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
On the wing, Hachimura. Down low. Hayes.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Clark, Hachimura has always been a monster with his strength. He knows how to use his frame.
He sure does, and he has an ample frame, B.A. And working out with LeBron during the summer and training certainly hasn't hurt him in that regard. He knows how to use his body but he's also become a pretty reliable three-point shooter and all-around scorer.
Pass to James. Just 5 to shoot. Physical play by LeBron inside.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Tatum can't hit.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Puts up a 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Los Angeles leading by 6. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. Takes the 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Holiday. Tatum from long range. And Reeves pulls it down. And finished off by Hayes.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Celtics trail by 8. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. And anything short of that is a failure.
And here's Doncic. 9 points in the game. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Pass to James. Not to be deterred. LeBron.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Now here's Tatum. 18 points for him. He takes it in. It's Hayes with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 8. James with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. Here's Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to Reeves. To the paint. Hayes, shot's good. And now a 12-point Los Angeles lead.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Pass to James. Back to Doncic. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. No good with the triple. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ending the quarter up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back to the game after this break. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Pass to Pritchard. Lets the 3 fly. Unable to get that one.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Back to Vincent. Here's Doncic. Doncic punches it home.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
To the middle. Out to the right wing. Hauser goes back up. Here's Horford. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Up and over Doncic. Boston, no good that time either. The Lakers lead by 12. From outside the arc. Horford pulls it in. So it's Boston now. Inside. Horford gets it done inside.
Boy, the soft touch Horford has. So skilled inside.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Offensive rebound. Pass to connect. Doncic right side. Clock at 6. To the inside. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Capable of running the offense. Doncic, fantastic at getting his teammates involved.
Tatum with a screen. Down low. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Rui Hachimura. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Punching it inside, LeBron.
And once James gets the ball near the rim, just let him go to work because he knows what he's doing down there.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He told his guys to, quote, turn it up, going on to say, only way we get out of this hole is with effort, incredible effort. So show me what you can do out there. It's a big ask, but we'll see what happens. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. A strong move by Doncic.
Love the way Doncic reads the defense, feels it out, sees the lane, doesn't hesitate to take advantage.
Pass to Tatum. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Tatum's got 7 points for the quarter.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Outside Tatum. White for 3. Rebound by the Lakers. Outside Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. That 3's off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
White for 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
And Doncic hammers it home.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
to Tatum. The three is up. It's Hayes with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 13.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Lakers.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
Tatum with it. .43 seconds left in the final quarter. And Brown with the stuff. And the Lakers have possession. Doncic into the lane. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And here's Brown for three. Fires in the triple. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's James. Pass to Hachimura. Back to Hayes. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Into the lane. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. A competitive game.
Good game.
You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up. Just a tremendous performance.
Thank you.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Denver Nuggets. With our analysts, Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. Here's Brown. Here's Jokic. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so it's Lillard who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Kuzma with the defensive effort. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Milwaukee. Here's Lillard. Driving in. Gordon pulls it in. Porter looks it over. Pass to Brown. Gordon outside. 4 on the clock. Here's Porter. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Managing to pull that shot out just as time expired. MPJ with some nice patience.
To the paint. Here's Prince. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Lopez. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Jokic. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nuggets. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, BA. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
I feel like Jokic could play with the baton out there because he's orchestrating.
Lillard. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Lopez in the post. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lopez has got his second basket.
Lopez close up and gets it done.
Inside. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Lillard. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist.
And Lillard refusing to be denied.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first. Murray scanning the floor. Lopez with the steal. To the inside. And the basket by Antetokounmpo.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Jokic. There's 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, BA, it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
The Bucks making a switch here. 1:04 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Lillard on the take. And Russell Westbrook pulls it down.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lillard with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. It's tipped. Tipped. On the wing, Porter. Šarić right side. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
Now, Šarić on the inside has really good quality footwork.
Lillard. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Lillard.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Westbrook with it. Oh, great D that time from Portis. Here's Porter. It's deflected. Second chance shot. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Nuggets on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Denver.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man. Just great selfless basketball.
And bigs like Portis can get up and make those dunks look sweet.
And over the last half-decade, Brent, Bobby Portis has been the best six-man big you can find.
Yeah, pretty remarkable, B.A. He comes in, he gives you some great scoring in some stretches, plays some solid defense. He's got a lot of fire to his game, so this is the exact kind of guy that your team needs in the second unit.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's Porter. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Here's Westbrook. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Brown. Back to Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
Just taking it right to the defense and in their face. Westbrook at the rim.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers experienced with star-laden rosters. He said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
Yeah, the burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. Now a timeout called by Denver. Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Here's Antetokounmpo. Up and over Porter. Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
And just look at the body control. Giannis doesn't allow the contact to throw him off.
And here's Porter outside. Drops in the three. Porter's got 5.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Antetokounmpo can't connect. The Nuggets trail. Pass to Porter. Takes a 3. Prince grabs the miss.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
And here's Porter outside. Another miss by Porter. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
6 to shoot. Here's Porter. Another miss by Porter.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's see what you got. You must have loved your dad to do it all.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
There's 1:54 left in the second quarter. Here's Lopez. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Here's Portis. Back to Prince. Pass to Lillard. Second chance effort. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's on Nikola Jokic. You know, Damian Lillard, a lot of his points come from the line break.
Well, he does a great job of getting himself there. I think defenders are so in tune with Lillard's ability to drill you from the three-point line. He gets around the initial guy and then into the teeth of the defense where he's very strong at attacking the rim.
Now here's Murray. No made baskets yet. Pass to Watson. This one for three. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Lillard. Lillard unfazed by the contact.
Well, the defense sinking and filling the lane, but Lillard stops short and floats one over the top.
Here's Watson. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Lillard goes right through the D.
And what a burst from Damian Lillard that time, just seeing that gap and getting ahead of the defense.
Here's Jokic. Sinks that one from the post. Jokic has got 8.
A defensive lapse. Can't give him that kind of position.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Over to the wing. And there's a defensive 3-second call. He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
At the line for one.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
Michael Porter Jr.
1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Milwaukee leading by 9. Here's Prince. Back to Kuzma. And he makes it on the layup.
Kuz loves those inside shots, and he's working hard to find them.
And Denver has possession. Pass to Brown. 4-3. Rebounded by Kuzma. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for Milwaukee. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Kyle Kuzma the last few seasons has been pushing his scoring over 20 points per game. He said, I'm showing the league that I'm not just a role player. Having a leadership position and getting better every single game, that's what I care about. I want to keep elevating. Brian, high hopes.
Just the 27th pick back in 2017. He's having a dynamite career. Now here's Porter. He's got 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get one up. Here's Murray.
Good defensive effort from Lillard there. He has the athleticism to play lockdown deep.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Lillard. 9 points in the game. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Prince with the bucket. Prince has gotten his second bucket.
They're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
There's the triple. Brown's shot is good.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. To the left wing. Off target at the rim. Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Brown. Now Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Lets it go from the wing. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Down low. Here's Prince. Brown grabs the board. And here's Denver. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
And here's Milwaukee now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Lillard can't get it to go.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. Outside for Porter. That one doesn't drop. Kuzma with the defensive effort. To the middle. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, Grant, there are few players in the league who can attack a defense from the logo, but Lillard is one of them.
Yeah, and he makes it look so easy. You have to pick him up at the half-court line, and it's been that way for about a decade.
Now here's Westbrook. Jokic in the post. Oh, what a slam from the big man, Jokic.
And I think Jokic has decided, I'm going to take over this game scoring-wise. I don't know how you say that in Serbian, but trust me.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Milwaukee making a switch here. The Bucks leading by 7. Lillard outside. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
They kick it out to Murray. Here's Jokic. Jokic just out muscling the defense.
And the concentration from Jokic, spectacular, just shrugging off that contact.
Lillard right side. Banked it in off the glass. Lillard's got 11 points.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Yes, it's good.
Jokic being assertive now on the inside. He can move anybody around.
Lillard can't get it to go. And so Porter will bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 5-point game. And Gordon with the big finish.
There are only 2 players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Yeah, we can talk about the insane dunking, but Aaron Gordon is such a great glue guy. Does all the little things and willing to sacrifice his numbers for the good of the team.
Lillard. And the layup is good off the glass. 13 points in the game.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And as we in the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Milwaukee out in front. They lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Nuggets trail by 4.
I got yours.
Right wing. Saric with it. Now Porter defending. Here's Murray. And the layup is good.
Leading the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Saric. Right side Murray. Pass to Watson to take the lead. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Antetokounmpo. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
Now, Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
To the paint. Here's Saric. No good that time. Oh, great D that time from Portis. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Milwaukee.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Porter from outside knocks down the triple. And the Bucks lead by 8.
Yeah, good up-tempo play by Porter. Getting a little room and pulling up fast.
The Nuggets want a timeout. And the Bucks making a change here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Well, he's got a confident shot going right now as Jamal's stepping into that 3-ball.
Here's Portis. Good.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Pass to Jokic. And that one is right through the heart. Jokic has got 21.
A nice stroke on the quick shot by Jokic. Not giving the defense any chance to come over and disrupt.
Now Antetokounmpo. Trent for 3. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Watching that guy put on a burst of speed, he takes up so much of the floor. What a burst by Giannis.
Here's Brown. It's Jokic, high post. They kick it out to Murray. On the wing, Porter. Back to Murray. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Milwaukee leading by 10. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot no good. And Gordon has got the ball here for Denver. Knocked away. Pass to Porter. Back to Jokic. Murray for 3. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Milwaukee. They're on a 13-5 run. Antetokounmpo can't connect. Up top, Gordon. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I know Gordon continues to work on the J, but inside he can be a problem.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within single digits.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
There is this old school feel about Dame's game. Even though he utilizes the 3, he'll get to the mid-range and bury those.
Pass to Gordon. For 3. Drains the triple.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Taurean Prince had his eyes on the rim the whole way there. Love how aggressive he was there on that drive.
Gordon outside. The 3. Rebounded by Kuzma.
And they've won the battle on the board so far.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Green, a screen. To the inside. The kick out, Curry. And here's Butler outside. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. And Williams has got the ball here for Charlotte. The Hornets are in the midst of a playoff drought. Their last appearance was 2015, Doris.
Yeah, B.A., that's the longest active streak in the league, not something you love to be associated with. And listen, like other organizations, they've hit on some draft picks, they've missed on some draft picks. A lot of the problem has been injuries that have plagued this organization.
Green. Some solid defense from Williams. Earlier, Allie LaForce spoke with head coach Steve Kerr. What'd you find out, Allie?
I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
I think defensively, you've got to respect the roller. Butler takes quick note and takes it himself.
Pass the ball. No good from outside. Curry looking it over. Green, a screen to the paint. Outside for Butler. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bridges. And off the front iron. And
Oh, you know you should do that.
There's a threat level from every spot on the floor when we're talking Steph Curry. That includes the mid-range.
Pass to Bridges. Down low. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Here's Butler. Back to Moody. Over Green. Moody misses.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Miller. Fires the three. Rebounded by Green.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Outside for Butler. And there's a 3-second violation.
3 seconds. Substitution for the away team. Number 8, Nick Smith.
Here's Smith. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Here's Curry. After the basket by Charlotte. From outside the arc. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Smith. Fires for 3. That one no good. Warriors trail by 4. .116 left in the first quarter of the game. Curry with it. And Bridges picks him up defensively. And stolen by Green. Pass to Bridges. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
I tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
Here's Curry. Right side Green. Now Moody. Back to Kuminga. On the wing, Curry. Clock at 6. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Charlotte leading by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Smith outside. This one for 3. The rebound by Moody. Outside Curry. To stop the drought. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Okogie. And that does it for the first quarter. Charlotte on top, up 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Warriors trail by 7. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Pass to Butler. Butler right to the heart.
Yeah, that's fantastic execution. Jimmy Butler has excellent touch close to the rim.
And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Butler. Left side Curry. A shot from the high post. Rebounded by Nurkic. Hornets leading by 5. Pass to Diabate. Ball outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Smith. Still no points. Good work there as it goes.
If Smith plays bigger than his size, he's got great bounce, and it helps him make plays there on the inside.
Inside. Here's Moody. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And here's Curry for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Pass to Kuminga. Outside Butler. Ooh, JB, look out.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Now Nurkic. Outside Curry. Now here's Ball. Smith with it. Here's Diabate. He's covered by Curry. The three. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Warriors trail by 3. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Curry. And here's Kuminga for 3. Diabate grabs the board.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Pass the ball. From downtown. That shot, no good. And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage at his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
5 on the clock. Here's Green. Now Moody. Moody gets one inside.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. The Hornets with a lead.
Substitution on the court.
Curry surveys. Here's Miller. Pure from three-point range. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Looney the screen. And here's Curry for 3. Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Looney the screen. Oh, look at Looney at the rim.
See, right there in the screen and roll, Butler showing the capacity to create for others. I love that.
Out to Bridges. On the wing, Curry. No points yet. They get it back. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Mark Williams. 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
And there's a defensive 3-second call. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for...
And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Butler. No good. That would have tied it. To the middle. Pass to Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got 6 here in the quarter.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Hornets up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. And so it's Golden State with it. 4-point game. Jackson Davis a screen. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Miller outside. He buries it from 3. Miller's got 6.
That's just great recognition by LaMelo Ball. The pinpoint accuracy makes it easy for his teammate.
The 3 from Curry. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte leading by 5. Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Down low. Miller outside. Outside, Green. The 3 from Ball. They get it again. Warriors trail by 5. Curry with it. He's picked up by Miller. Butler on the wing. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
What I love most about Jimmy Butler is his will to win and the capacity he has to take his teammates right along with him.
Now here's Ball. Pass to Bridges. Here's Miller. Launches it. That shot off. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside Kuminga. Outside Green. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That's on Mark Williams.
Team foul.
Boy, you've got to love the cleverness of Draymond Green. You know he loves to get guys up in the air. He sells it so well.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Butler. For the tie. Oh, look at Butler. Focused as always.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
On the wing, Green. Outside Curry.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Looney. Oh, Looney with the smooth move inside.
Whether he's improvising or whether he's running set plays, Steph Curry is an absolute force.
Defensive foul.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
A bit of a tweener, but Miles Bridges finds ways to show up in the box scoreboard.
Well, you know he's looking to score, Brian, first and foremost. Easy to set up as he can attack from virtually anywhere. No matter what, you know that Bridges is going to get you some buckets.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, following the bucket by the Hornets. To the inside, Green. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The Hornets with a lead. Pass to Smith. The three is up. Counted from distance. Smith's got 5 points.
A dead-eye shooter. Nick Smith is great from three-point land. That might be his biggest asset to this team.
Now here's Curry. Give him 8. Inside. Outside for Butler. And here's Curry. Covered by Smith. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And Charlotte making a change here. Here's Butler. 10 points for him. And a nice finish on the layup. 12 points for him.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler has found his groove, and he isn't letting the defense impact him in any way.
Pass to Diabate. Three-pointer, Bridges. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Butler. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Curry with a steal.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
17 seconds left in the third. Yes, it's good.
Boy, that's all by design now. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
Pass to Diabate. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one's no good.
That will sting a little bit. Failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Jimmy Butler getting it done for the Warriors. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. Pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer. Looney grabs a miss. Butler taking his time here. Looney the screen. Outside for Butler. 6 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Boy, with his power and explosiveness, when Butler gets inside, it's typically a bucket, a trip to the line, or sometimes worse, both.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
And here's Ball. Pass to Okogie. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And for Nurkic, one of his key attributes, the ability to keep the play alive on the glass.
Outside Butler. Jimmy Butler on the attack. And it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, late rotation defensively. Butler going to turn the lights out with a pretty jam.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Both teams will make substitutions. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Allie, thank you. Charlotte, no good that time either.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's Green missing.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Ball outside. LaMelo knocks down the long one.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Outside Curry. Shot from the top of the key. Misses off the left iron.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
It's stolen by Curry. Right side, Butler. Jackson Davis, a screen. A nice shot by Butler. Butler's got 6 in the quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive. This is Jimmy Buckets at his best, rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
Miller. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Pass to Butler. Crafty move. Oh, Williams with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Jackson Davis with it. Williams defending. 6 on the shot clock. Right side Curry. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Adjustments are a part of every game, in every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
With the ball. Outside Curry. 5 to shoot. Looking to get it going. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Big sequence there, guys. Curry takes it upon himself to take and make the big bucket.
Out to Bridges. Pass to Green. The 3 ball. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Outside Curry. Pass to Green. Puts one up from 19. They get it back. Now Curry. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis. And he sinks it.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
And if
if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Second team foul. At the line.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's able to hit the second one. And that narrows the gap to 1. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball left side. Inside. Here's Williams. The kick out to Ball. Second shot opportunity. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grace Jackson Davis picks one up.
But you know how problematic LaMelo is for defenders. Oakley's so willing to draw some contact.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, thoughts on what
The
coach
pressure
is gonna do
is on.
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive guys
Fucking
because
pressure.
the defense doesn't want to foul here.
You called a timeout you didn't have. Never did that.
And that one falls for Ball.
Calm under pressure at every point here means a lot.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
At the line for 2.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
And here's Curry for 3. Here's Looney. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Golden State foul.
And an intentional foul right there.
Good game, big dog. Good game.
Team score.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so the Hornets take the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
It's Detroit Pistons NBA action. We're in the Motor City, where the Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Here's Bane. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
High-level passer. Even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination.
Here's Cunningham. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Desmond Bane was the topic. The coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Buries the long-range jumper.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Here's Duran. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the inside. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Morant. Here's the teardrop. The shot off that time.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their games.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision-making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, it's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health. Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Here's Aldama. And again, Memphis no good. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Harris from the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Aldama. And again, Memphis no good. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. KD picks one up.
Clever move by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
And Brent, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, where you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
Now here's Morant. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, back to Morant. Going inside. Pass to Edey. Now Aldama. It's good from long range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
On the wing, Harris. Harris a screen. Here's Hardaway. Got a piece of it. Morant with it. Pass to Edey. Out to the wing. This one for three. Detroit with the rebound. Cunningham left side. Over Morant. Again the miss by the Pistons.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Payne, no good. Left side, Harris. The three, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Grizzlies lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Pass to Clark. Here's Jackson with the three. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the tick.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And the Grizzlies with possession here, following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Holland over Kennard. Holland no good. Memphis leading. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And Aldama slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Chalk up 2 there. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
No good from Beasley.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Fontecchio, nothing on the board. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Memphis with the ball. To the middle. Here's Clark. Lays it up off the glass. Clark's got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Shooing off all the contact, Stewart able to get through with an aggressive play.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Grizzlies making a change here. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Pass to Holland. Morant with the steal. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Here's Thompson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. To Wells, to the paint, Clark, out to Morant, tries to the hoop, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The explosiveness on the drive, Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
That one is no good. Pistons trailed by 6. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Here's Beasley. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Here's Clark. Pass to Jackson. Out to the right wing. Bane with it. Back to Clark. Now Jackson. Now, here's Clark. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution. Number 14.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Bane for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bane's got 5.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
To the right side. Beasley outside. Stewart is free. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And here are the Grizzlies. They're on a 12-4 run. Jackson misses. Pass to Ivy. And he drives in. And a missed late.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And so it's Memphis in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Grizzlies leading by 9. Pass to Bane. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Tobias Harris can knock down shots from a lot of spaces on the floor. He is definitely an offensive threat.
Outside, Bane. Turin brings the double team. Memphis moving that ball around. And it's Morant missing. Pistons trailed by 7. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Harris. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And no good that time. Good D by Thompson. Down low. Shot's good by Duren.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Edey. Now Wells. Morant right side. And stolen by Harris. Thompson outside. Here's Duren. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Memphis leading by 5. Inside. Jackson. And Jackson throws it down.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
And that one drops for him. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the game to go. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Morant looking around. On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Wells. Launches a 3. Duren pulls it in. Pistons trailed by 5. From the high post. That shot no good. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And it's Morant missing. Cunningham for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. The 3 from Morant. He can't hit that time. Cunningham outside. The shot from a low block. The shot by Thompson, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Bane. Out to Morant. Morant with another miss.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable
Morant is going to give the game back.
We've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. A minute 20 left for the third. Pass to Bane. The three-pointer off the mark. Pistons trailed by 3. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. And here's Schroeder. Shoots over Morant. And it's Schroeder missing.
And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good, old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in him.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Out to Hardaway. Back to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Harris outside. The trade. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Grizzlies up by 3. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Schroeder. To the inside. And slam dunk by Harris.
So shifty in these pick and roll sets. Schroeder takes what the defense gives him in that situation.
To the paint. Here's Clark. And then Clark slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Harris outside. Pass to Fontecchio. Stewart a screen to tie it up. And it's Fontecchio missing. Memphis leading by 3. Down low. Here's Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Stewart a screen. Here's Hardaway. Aldama with the rebound. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. Now, he wants his team to mix it up offensively. He said, we've been settling for too many threes. Don't be afraid to attack the rim. Challenge the defense. Let's see some variety out there. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
Back to Pippen. Inside. It's Pippen on the wing. In the corner, it's Bane. Pass to Edey. Outside, Bane. And here's Pippen. And it's Clark in the corner. Duren pulls it in. Pistons trailed by 9. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. Detroit, no good that time either. Memphis with the ball. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Cunningham gets the bucket. 6 points for Cade Cunningham.
Love seeing Cade zip back in transition and doing everything he can to convert on the break.
The Grizzlies call timeout. The Grizzlies making a switch here. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. A kick out to Bane. Morant left side. Outside Jackson. Wells in the corner. On the wing, Bane. 6 to shoot. Morant with a wide open look. The Grizzlies with another miss. Harris a screen. Here's Beasley. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant drives in. minutes through the final quarter now. Good D by Thompson. Cunningham for three. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Pass to Edey. Outside Jackson. Off target from outside. Pistons trailed by 7. Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham, as a young star, is bringing to this game.
Morant outside. To the wing on the left. It's stolen by Duren. To the inside. At the elbow, it's Harris. Tries again. Great D that time from Bane. And they go to the intentional foul. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Can they get it? And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Goes back up. Lets it go with the 3. Here's Duren. Puts up a deep 3. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. The 3 from Morant. Nailed from three-point land. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. Welcome to New York, home court advantage for the Knicks. Now here's Brunson. Off target with his three. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
Towns, no luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he misses his first shot. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task.
Thank you, David. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
And Towns is so difficult to guard, and it doesn't matter if he's inside or outside. He's tough.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
Well, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
New York moving it around. And the three ball is good.
Nice job by OG Anunoby to be aggressive from distance.
Here's Dort. The shot will not fall. Towns with the defensive effort. To the inside. Pass to Hart. Now Brunson. There's a screen. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's rebounded by Towns. On the wing, Anunoby. Brunson, left side. Here's Towns. Now here's Brunson. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. Shoots over George. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Brunson. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. New York trailing. Outside, Towns. New York, no good that time either.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Hartenstein. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Pass to Brunson. To the middle. The kick out to Anunoby. Back to Towns. Hart, wide open. He fires. And it's all evened up.
You can't afford to let Hart get going from deep. He's ready to shoot it when given the opportunity.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Pass to Brunson. Fires, high post. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
This guy plays with such confidence and an ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Anunoby outside. Here's Hart. Back to Anunoby. Off with the layup. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Knicks lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Payne looking around. Back to Robinson. Pass to Achua. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When the best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Puts it up from 12. The shot comes out. Here's Payne. Still without a basket. Down low. Robinson left side. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Achua. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Achua's got his first 3 points of the game.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Pass to Wallace. Wiggins from outside. It's rebounded by New York. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Out to the wing. Here's McBride. 6 to shoot. Here's Dadier. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. Do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews, and the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability.
Pass to Robinson. Off target at the rim. The Thunder with the lead. Williams looking over the floor. And Dadier pulls it down. New York with the ball.
2 minutes. First half, 2 minutes.
1:58 left now here in the second. To the paint. Here's Achiuwa. No good with the layup.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Let's see the dance move.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Here's Wallace. Yep, that one goes.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Brunson scanning the floor. Back to Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. And a miss there on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Pass to Holmgren. And here is Williams. Inside. Wallace. Goes back up. And here is Holmgren. He has 5. Just 5 to shoot. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 5. Down low. Pass to Towns. Brunson outside. Off target from three-point range. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Oklahoma City out in front. They're up by 5. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How she made the leap so fast.
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man. That, to me, is about Karl-Anthony Towns carving out position on the interior. Such a pretty play.
Pass to Hartenstein. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Knicks trail by 5. Hart with it. Outside, Towns. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Hartenstein inside. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And so it's New York with it. It's a 5-point game. Now Brunson trying to find Hart. Gets it to him. Yes, that goes in.
The beauty of Jalen Brunson, you can play him at the 1 or the 2, but we know he's always going to put the pass on time and on target.
The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Buries it from three-point range.
And this is the kind of fire Gilgeous-Alexander plays with. How about the response there?
Pass to Bridges. And here's Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Offensive rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Back to Williams. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Bridges outside to the paint, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
There's a screen by Robinson. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder leading by 4. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise. What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Loads it up for Williams. And stolen by Payne. McBride bounce pass. Pass to Payne. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Trying to end the drought. And it's Robinson with the bucket inside. Robinson's got his first points in this one. Now here's Caruso. It's Williams, high post. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Pass to Achua. Back to McBride for the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Here's Williams. Comes up empty down low. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. For New York, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Number 21, Aaron Wiggins.
Knicks trailed by 5. Right side Robinson. The shot from the low post is good. Robinson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Williams with a clean look. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get... 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And here's Brunson. They'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 3. To tie it up. Oh, Brunson, good from range.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul.
Jalen Brunson.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Pass to Towns. And the layup's good off the glass. Towns has got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He said to us, guys, we need to push the pace more. Come on, guys, we're at our best when we're attacking in transition. Energy up now. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David.
That is Jalen Brunson showing you how to operate as the ball handler in pick and roll. What a pretty assist.
Back to Williams. Misses the baby hook. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
They set the pick. Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Pass to Hukporti. The kick out to Anunoby. Clock is at 3. Shoots over Caruso. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And the Thunder with possession. Caruso with the ball. Brunson picks him up. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Pass to Brunson. To the wing right side. To take the lead. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder with the lead. To the inside. Here's Wiggins. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one goes on Anunoby. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
Here's Brunson. It's deflected. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving it around. And he makes that one. George got the lead up to 7 now for Oklahoma City. And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Towns to end the run. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Anunoby. Here's Bridges. Dort grabs the miss. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Down low. Williams shot is off. Towns looking it over. Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
You can see that OG Anunoby wants the opportunity to deliver in a big moment and does.
Not that one for Dort.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
That's too hard. On the wing, Anunoby. Hartenstein with it. Headshot off. Towns with the defensive effort. 56 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Shakes him. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
Jalen Brunson wants the ball in these moments, and there he shows you why. Big-time shot.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Inside. And here is Hart. Brunson outside. Towns the screen. And it's Brunson missing. Dives for it. Pass to Williams. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Still a good game.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances.
Don't be bad.
The visiting team.
It really was, but they didn't seem to bother. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris
Ah.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Outside Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Mobley on a screen. Mitchell with the ball. And Davis picks him up defensively. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Now here's Irving. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Here's Washington. That won't fall. Can't drop his first one. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Left side, Strus. Stolen by Davis. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And that one's good. Irving.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Mitchell. And it's Irving with a rebound. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Pass to Gafford. Washington outside. Got a piece of it. Strus with it. Checked by Washington. He's all alone. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And a steal like that, with the conversion, can really start moving things in your direction.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last
Shit,
2 years.
you ain't doing good. You need to let guard me too.
Well,
Shit.
outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Mobley, no good.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And it's Gafford missing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Outside Mitchell. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
The three from Thompson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Such a silky, smooth stroke from deep. Thompson, excellent accuracy.
Strus's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Back to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. Mobley grabs the board. Cavaliers trail by 5. Mitchell with the ball.
About the hops for a guy that long. Allen enjoying throwing it down like that. Bam!
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Here's Dinwiddie. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Inside. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Wade misses. The Mavericks lead by 5. Pass to Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Jerome. To the paint. Here's Wade. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Just play the damn
There
game.
was some style there, guys.
What
What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with two hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck.
Yeah, I love that determination right there.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Got it off in time. No good on the buzzer beater. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
The defense has been giving them plenty of mid-range jumpers, and they've been making them pay for that mistake.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers are having success. Point guard Darius Garland said, "We're building something here and we've come a long way. It feels amazing having our own legacy. We're just trying to keep it going. The whole city is behind us." And Brian, they know there's still work to do.
And they've got no problem with that, Allie. Thank you. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Shoots. Outside Mitchell. To the middle. The kick to Hunter. Outside Mitchell. Fires from deep. 6 to shoot. And the three-pointer goes. Mitchell's got 5.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
Here's Irving. No good there. Good work defensively by Mitchell. Cavaliers trail by 3. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
All right, everyone. That was your Cleveland Cavaliers Scream Team. Let me hear you.
Now here's Dinwiddie. No points yet. Pass to Irving. Back to Dinwiddie. On the wing, Irving. Over Mitchell. And here's the fast break. Here's Hunter. Soft touch off the glass.
Good fast-paced play there. It's much easier to find a shot when you beat the defense back.
To the inside. Here's Marshall. Pass to Gafford. Ooh, stolen by Allen. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Yeah, Coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
And here comes Cleveland. They've gone on an 8-0 run. You know, when you think about how the Mavs play defense, so much depends on how they defend the point of attack. They've got great rim protection and rotations, but if they aren't stopping penetration, it's tough. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
Pass to Marshall. Dinwiddie outside. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Gafford.
The tremendous length of Allen makes him almost inescapable. He has the shooter well covered here.
Oh, sweet move. And it's laid in by Dinwiddie.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for a shot.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Strus. Down low. Allen. Here's Irving. Mobley with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And here comes Cleveland. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
That infinite wingspan of Davis is on full display there.
Number 10, Brandon Williams.
The Mavericks trailing. Outside, Williams. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Dallas shooting their first free throws of this game. And he drops them first.
Williams.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Here's Mobley. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Gafford. Thompson outside. Pass to Gafford. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
Allen's got some old-school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility. He does a good job finishing above the rim.
Pass to Thompson. Inside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on DeAndre Hunter.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
.51 seconds left in the first half of this one. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That's where Tristan Thompson is most comfortable, right around the rim, throwing it down.
Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
Dallas ball.
.34 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside Davis. Here's Gafford. Count it.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
The Cavs trailing to the middle. Merrill outside. Pass to Wade. Let's go with a three. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Here's Washington. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Mavericks ahead, up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Ryan, Donovan Mitchell wears number 45 because that was Michael Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, "Baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift." Ryan, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And Max Strus picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And so it's Dallas with it. It's a one-point game. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. Elbow shot on the way.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
To the paint. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And that's easy pickings right there. Leave someone that wide open, and Mitchell's not going to miss them.
And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's foul number 2 for him. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. The 3 from Washington. Dallas no good that time either. The Cavaliers leading. Here's Mitchell. No good. Ooh, good D by Irving. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial all-star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
On the wing, Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and Mobley with the block. And now the Cavaliers on the break. Allen outside. Pass to Hunter. And here's Mitchell. He has 7. Washington grabs the miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And it's Gafford missing. Tipped. Cleveland leading by 3. Now Allen. Outside Mitchell. To the inside. Mobley.
And the defense, they have to honor Mitchell as a scorer. And when they do, it just opens up the passing lanes.
Outside Davis. Here's Irving. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Irving's got 8 points.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Right side Strus. Mobley. And Gafford comes to help. On target from range. Hunter's gotten his second bucket.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul of the game.
14-foul.
Cleveland on D. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And guys, Allen is certainly in the zone. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and when he does that, he'll stay with it. He won't let up.
Dallas shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Free throw good. Dinwiddie. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
The versatility of Dinwiddie. Boy, he drives it, passes it, and he can shoulder the scoring load when you need him to.
Outside Mitchell. Blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lively. Mobley on a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mitchell with the ball.
Davis has tremendous versatility and length, and he uses both to annoy and bother shooters.
They get it back. Dinwiddie outside. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by Mitchell. Cleveland leading by 6. And here's Hunter for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Dinwiddie with it. Now guarded by Mobley. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Thompson. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. And a slam dunk by Lively.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And so is Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6-point lead. Mobley on a screen. Ooh, Mitchell just muscling his way in.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
To the middle. Here's Lively. Here's Christie. Shoots from 14. Mobley grabs the board. Cleveland leading by 8. Inside. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
Nice shot by Christie.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
Now Strus. Outside Mitchell. Lively grabs a miss. Mavericks trail by 7. Williams from long range. The shot misses. Pass to Strus. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Now Mobley. The 3. That one is off. And here's Dallas. Williams on the wing. Pass to Christie. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
Here's Mitchell looking to end this cold spell. And the bucket is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 9. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that.
Look, you never want to foul a jump shooter. And guys, hear me on this. I'm pretty sure Klay qualifies as a jump shooter.
Both free throws good from Thompson. The Cavaliers lead by 7. Outside Mitchell. Down low. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Pass to Davis. Back to Thompson. There's the triple. Oh, and Klay makes that 3 look so easy.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Here's Mitchell. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
What poise from Mitchell there. Taking the hit like a champ and finding a way to convert. Nice.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Right side, Irving. Gafford. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Pass to Mitchell. Outside Hunter. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
And here's Thompson for 3. The putback. Mobley grabs the board. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Outside Hunter. Pass to Strus. Mitchell with the ball. Irving picks him up. The offensive rebound. Back to Mitchell. Allen a screen. Second chance shot. And it's blocked by Davis. Whoa! Can't outmuscle Davis inside.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Pass to Allen. Back to Strus. And here's Mitchell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Outside Mitchell. To the inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Washington grabs the miss. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like